EnglishTim here. Today I'm taking you through how to attack monsters efficiently, and this will mostly apply to farm accounts where you want to get in and get out as quickly as possible, but you might be able to use it on your main account if you are a little bit short on time. So if you're trying to spend as little time as possible on an account, so a farm account, and you want to burn through your stamina, then the best way of doing it is to find the level of monster that you are able to hit when you split your army up into equal pieces. So you can see here that if I click on the level 16 monster and attack, and then click equalize twice, that's now split my army up into equal sizes for all of my marches. You can see I'll take average losses, and then I can hit the level 16, and then if I do the same for 15, I can immediately start attacking a 15 and a 14 and a 13. Now you might, whilst you're doing this, come across another equal higher level, so you can see that there is a 12 here, but there might have been a 13, 14, 15 around, and then you can hit those instead, so there's a 14 there, so I'll be able to hit that one as well. I've actually already burned through my stamina, but you can see how the example would work. If you have full stamina, you can do these quickly and burn through your stamina very quickly, and then move on to your next account. So you might say, well, why don't you hit 16 4 times over? And if you search for a 16 and you find 4 next to each other, that's brilliant, but more likely than not you won't. And by doing 16, then 15, then 14, and then 13, etc., or whatever your highest levels are, you get to hit a large number in a very short space of time without having to manually go and search for them. So I was looking through some of my reports on one of my farm accounts and saw that I was getting 17,000 food and 17,000 wood from hitting a level 13 monster. And then when I hit a level 14 monster, I saw I was getting 15,000 of each of those. So I was a bit confused why I was getting less food and less wood for that different level, and wondered if there were some more kinks in the number of resources to see if perhaps there were some wins and losses from hunting specific level monsters instead of other levels. So I've actually recorded all the different levels. So you can see I've got a table here showing all the different levels of monster and the amount of resources that you get from them. So you can see food, wood, iron and silver here. And this column shows just adding up those resources together. And you can see just adding up resources that you would actually get 35,200 resources for a level 13 monster and 31,500. So on that very cursory level, you actually get more resources from a level 13 than a level 14. However, silver is weighted much more heavily in this game, so they actually value it as 20 times the value of food or wood. So if you do a weighted value, you can see that actually you do get more weighted value of goods from a level 14 monster over a level 13 monster. However, if you currently need more food and wood, and you can only hit mid-level monsters up to a maximum of 14, then you should just keep hitting 13s instead of 14s. However, if you can hit 15 upwards, do so. It's actually more effective hitting a level 15 monster even with the extra cost of stamina. So it costs 5 extra stamina, but the extra resources you get from that extra stamina still pay. So you can see here that you would get, on average, per weighted unit of resource, 4,333 per unit of stamina, whereas on a 14 you would only get 4,200. So even taking into account the extra stamina, it's always better to hit a higher level monster. And you can see here, using my weighted figures, that there are no kinks in this position. So there are some parts where it stops. You can see here where it is no better to hit a level 28 than a 27, and there's a more down at the bottom here. So yeah, the only thing you need to think about is how high can you go and what resources you need, and I say in this unusual case here. So I've put together a few of my conclusions. So one of them is that you should always hit the highest level monster that you can. Certainly on your main account, if you're going to use your stamina to hit monsters instead of barbarians, then you should do so at the highest possible level. However, if you are currently only able to hit level 15 to 19 and you're playing on farm accounts, for example, then you should try and hit 6 of the highest level you can, so whichever it is, 15 to 19. And then you'll be left with 10 stamina at that point, so you should then hit a level 14 monster before you log out, assuming that your stamina will be filled up before you come back. And the little aside here is, yes, if you are stuck at level 14 on your monster hunting ability and you need more wood and food, hit those level 13s instead. I am EnglishTim. If you're enjoying my content, please do hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell to get updates again about future videos. Otherwise, I look forward to you joining me on my next video.